5AA Mornings with Matthew Pantelis.
We introduced this segment last month, start of the year, in terms of let's look at what's seasonal, what's in, what's out in terms of fruit and veg. And our 5AA market update. Penny Reidy, Marketing Communications Manager, the SA Produce Market, and Campaign Manager as well for Pick a Local, Pick SA. So much good produce, Penny. Lots to talk about. Good morning to you. You're just telling me you're fresh back from Bali.
I am. Not that that's got anything to do with fruit veg, but yes, I am. I'm fresh, I'm tanned and ready to go.
Excellent. Good for you. Let's have a look. Well, firstly, Pick a Local, Pick SA, the logo with the big red dot. Reminds us to buy in season, so always look out for that.
Yes, when you're in a local fruit and veg store, you'll see the big red dot, and it's a good reminder that you know that when you're buying from there, that they're buying from the South Australian produce market, they're buying South Australian first, and they'll have good quality in-season produce.
Yeah, absolutely. So, new season apples and galas and pink ladies have started in the hills.
They have started. So last time we spoke, I said that we were getting some fruit in from the Riverland, which we still are, but the couple of new lines, pink ladies and the galas, have started in the Adelaide Hills. Within the next couple of weeks, we'll have lots more varieties from the Adelaide Hills coming in. It's great to have the new season of apples in. So the old season, have been coming out of storage and, probably not tasting their freshest. So you will definitely notice the taste of your apples is going to change over the next few weeks as those new seasons start to hit the store. The first varieties of the season, sometimes not the best tasting. So if you try one like this week or next week, you will find that flavour profile will change over the next few weeks. When they're picked too early, they probably haven't got quite as much sugars. It's called Brits that's in the apples. So you will see it change. But what I really enjoy is when we get a new variety that comes out.
And there is one, isn't there, up at Lenswood?
There is. So I was talking to the guys up at Lenswood, and just in time for Valentine's Day, they happened to call this apple a Summer Love apple.
Really?
How's that for timing? So it's brand new variety. It was found by a grower up there, Ashley Green. He was by chance out and about in his orchard, and he saw a branch that looked a little bit different, and he flagged it, and he went back and had a look at it, and he managed to graft 2 trees from it.
Okay.
So they've now planted 3,000 trees from that. They sent 12 small sticks across to South Africa, which have been made and sold close to 1 million trees all over the world.
Are you kidding?
It's amazing. What a great South Australian story.
How does that happen? So how does a different branch grow on a tree?
Yeah, well, it is a bit of an anomaly, but from all the different grafting and stuff that they do occasionally, that's apparently what happened. And he was just lucky enough to pick it on this one day out amongst the orchard. So, millions. So he's got this new variety. It's only going to be here for a very, very short time. So you will only find them in your independent local fruit and veg store.
Okay.
So they're called the Summer Love. They're a really bright red colour. Now, when apples are brightly red coloured, they're really high in antioxidants as well, which is good to know. They've got a really good white flesh, and they're a hard and crunchy apple. So I brought some in for you to try.
Thank you.
And for anyone out there, if you live in the south, Adelaide Fresh Morphett Vale will be sampling them tomorrow between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. So they are stocking them. So if you want to get in, but they're really short. They'll only be around for about 4 weeks.
Right.
So get in and try them. And obviously we've sent them overseas and they've done really, really well. We'll have a bigger crop next year.
Okay.
But if you're into your apples and want to try something different, ask for the Summer Love apple at your local fruit and veg store, and they can get some in for you.
Okay, stunning red colour apparent. How long does it take from an apple to be taken off a tree at Lenswood before they're in the shops? About a week or?
Before it goes in. Oh, no. Gosh.
Sooner?
Yeah, they're much quicker. One of the great things about your local fruit and veg shop is that supply chain is so short. So they can be picked today, in the market in the morning and on the shelf by 8 o'clock in the morning.
How about that? That quick?
Yeah, your local fruit and veg shop, visit the markets daily, the wholesale market. So they're buying between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. in the morning. So they fill their trucks up and they're back at the store stocked, ready to go when they open at 7 or 8 in the morning.
Excellent.
Yeah.
How about that quick? Strawberries are back.
Yes, they are. It's just also in time for Valentine's. So strawberries are actually a natural aphrodisiac.
Is
so
that
they
right?
don't just look like love hearts. They are actually an aphrodisiac.
Wow.
So if you want to give your loved one something, the local Shiravlo orchards have a brand called Berry Tempting, and they have a heart-shaped Valentine's box full of strawberries this year.
Right.
So look for that. If you want to give your partner something a little bit different, if you can't afford the roses, you can afford some beautiful strawberries grown in the Adelaide Hills.
Okay. Grapes, white seedless ivory grapes and midnight beauty grapes.
Yeah, so South Australia is known for our wine grapes, of course, but we also do have some table grapes that are really good flavours and lots of different varieties around. You'll find if you go into your local fruit and veg, there will be quite a few varieties around the moment. So white seedless and midnight beauty. The midnight beauty are a black grape, also very high in antioxidants and great on a cheese platter. Along with your figs. The figs are being grown in the Adelaide Hills as well. I love a good cheese platter, and putting some grapes and figs on it is always a great idea.
Avocados now, love a good avo. They come into season late in the year, don't they? So after winter generally and through summer.
Yeah, and through summer in South Australia. Look, they are supplied all year round. You can get them all year round, but South Australian grown are in season at the moment.
Is that right? I didn't know we grew avocados
here. In the Riverland.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're quite big growers of avocados here in South Australia. So I'm not sure if you've heard of the Reidy variety of avocados. So everyone's kind of knows of the Hass or perhaps the Shepherd. The Shepherds are kind of getting out of trend of late. But the Reidy is a larger one and it's a little bit rounder. It's got a smooth skin. Now, the South Australian varieties of them are very buttery.
Okay.
So, if you like a buttery avocado, have a look for the Reidy. You'll notice them because they're almost a bit like an ostrich egg, I would describe them.
They're the same sort of colour. You say they're smooth, but the same sort of dark green?
They're a green colour, yeah. But you will notice they do look very different to the normal ones that you see. And also, interesting, the Lamb Hass variety is out at the moment. Now, the thing about them is they actually have colouring from the tree, so they're already brown. So most avocados they're green and you think they're going to be hard. Well, these are brown and they're still going to be hard. Okay. So don't be fooled by them. Yeah. You do definitely need to touch them. They'll be brown and hard when you first buy them.
Do they change colour or do they just stay brown?
No, they stay brown.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but they're not woolly, not because they're lamb.
No, they're not woolly. That would be interesting. I don't know where the name lamb came from, but they're a little bit larger in size and, there's so many varieties of avocados, but we do make great ones in South Australia. I've got a South Australian and a Victorian grown Reidy on my desk. I picked up from the market this morning and the wholesaler said to me, try them both. You will definitely notice the buttery from the South Australian grown one as opposed to the interstate one, which is a little bit watery.
Really? Oh, no, you got to go the SA one, definitely.
Absolutely.
What time do you get into the market? What, at 4 a.m. or something ridiculous?
No, I don't quite do 4 a.m. I do a 5 or generally 6 o'clock. And it's a great place to go. I kind of walk around and see what's in season and have a chat to the wholesalers. I bump into the retailers who are there shopping to fill up their stores. So, it's a great atmosphere.
Fantastic. Let's look at veg, and Roma tomatoes are in.
Yes, they are. So they're great for sourcing, but they're also really great tasting. I picked some up that were grown in Virginia, and I could not stop eating them. They were so flavoursome.
Really? Yeah.
The flavour at the moment is amazing. And we have a really good, my favourite basil grower in South Australia, Adelaide Hydro Fresh. So I picked up a bunch of their basil this morning as well. It's got the most aromatic, smell to it, and they just go perfectly with Roma tomatoes. And you really don't need much else with them. Bit of olive oil, bit of salt, and they're eating so well at the moment.
Excellent. Barbecue mushrooms. We're talking the big ones here, aren't we?
The big ones. I think mushrooms don't have a season. They're available all year round. And in South Australia, we are huge producers of mushrooms. So we have SA Mushrooms, who are based out at Waterloo Corner in Virginia, privately owned mushroom growers who are doing about 60,000 tonne a week. It's a huge operation. And then we also have a big farm up at Monarto as well. Costa Farms have produced producing mushrooms out there. And it's not like they're in season, they're around all time, but I love the big barbecue mushrooms. So it's so versatile. You can chuck them on the barbecue, you can use them as a burger. I use them as a pizza base as well. So, like you would dress a pizza, you can use the barbecue mushrooms
they
like
hold
that.
Together?
They hold together really, really well. So, you'll hear me talk about mushrooms a lot because I'm a vegetarian and they're like my meat.
Okay.
So, but even if you're like mixing them in, they're great to mix with your mince as well. Great way to get veggies into the kids as well. The Mushroom Growers Association did a massive campaign on blending your meat with your mushrooms because it's like meat and you can mix it in with mince and, you really can't taste the difference.
Yeah, indeed. Capsicums. How's the glasshouse lines doing at the moment?
Yeah, it's a great time of year for glasshouse lines. So you're going to find the capsicums. There's so many varieties of them. You've got red, you've got green, you've got yellow, you've got bullhorn, you've got banana. There's, so many different varieties of capsicums. You can chuck them in salads, you can stuff them, you can cook them, you can roast them and put them on your pizzas. And they're growing right here in South Australia. So no excuse not to have South Australian grown capsicums sitting in the fridge waiting to be used.
Fantastic, Penny. It sounds like there's such variety out there. Can't wait to try those Summer Love apples, as you said, tomorrow morning on trial. If you're down south, Adelaide Fresh at Morford Vale from 10 till 1 tomorrow. And they look fantastic, the ones you've brought in. Thank you for that. We'll chat with you in a few weeks' time.
Sounds great. See you then.
Thank you. Penny Reidy, Marketing Comms Manager for the SA Produce Market and Campaign Manager. Pick a local, pick SA. Look for that big red dot that is indicating what there is that's in season at your independent fruit and veg store. 13 to 12 now on 5AA.